Hello guys, this is Omar Serna from Future Image Designs. Thank you for joining in today at this video. Today I'm gonna be working on hotel. It's a dual brand. It's Hilton Garden Inn and Homewood Suites. A dual brand. Working for designing it for an architect. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but yeah, I just wanted to for you guys to know what I'm gonna be working on. So one of the things that the architect wanted, he wanted to combine. He wants to combine the two entrances. Um, since it's a dual brand, he wants to be able to come in from both sides of the here's the porte-cochere of the entrance, and he wants to see a kiosk here so people can sign in on their own on both sides. And he also wanted to kind of combine the two receptions together. So it was kind of it's a little bit hard because of the space that we have here. So it's a challenge. Let's see how we do this. So what I did, I kind of just got the prototype set up for the reception and the prototype set up for the sweet shop next to it. So all of this is from there, and then from the Hilton Garden Inn, and then from the Homewood, I also got the prototype reception and the sweet shop. So uh, at this time, what we need to do is kind of set up this area where we have an office or well, I guess a big open space for work area and a big open space for sales managers and all this stuff. Um, because there was another setup before. I'm gonna show you right now. This is what they had. So this is what they had. The architect had right now, which kind of separated both entrances, the core of the elevator. But when you enter, you see your own, Homewood, Hilton Garden Inn and Homewood Suites, and then everything is in the middle. But he wants it to look more open, where you can see both of them at the same time. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do here. So let's see how it comes out. So one of the things that I'm looking at is that when you and there's some columns here that I can't move, so I need to keep all those columns in there, which that was already designed by the structure engineer. So I want to keep all those columns in the same place. I want to keep those columns in the same place so they don't have to redesign those areas. So that's also a challenge for us to figure that out. So if I come in here, I see that the kiosk. So that's good. I have an open space. That's good. I have the elevator. That's perfect. If you're walking into the Homewood Suites, you have this right there. You're walking into the Hilton Garden, you have this right there. Or if for some reason you just enter from the round side, you can just easily just transfer to the other side, no problem. So all this is a prototype. And the prototype had an entrance through here with a door. So I kind of flipped it over, and what I'm gonna do, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me see. this door that is there. I guess I'm gonna move this wall further to the back, kind of align it with this one over here. But now it's too far away, like this screen or whatever it is here. It's too far away from the desk. That's why they had it closer. But they kind of have this. So this is where the designing part of it comes in. The drafting and designing comes in. So I guess what I'm gonna do now again, I'm gonna bring this door up again where it was. I'm gonna see what it does to the I guess the good thing is we have more space here, but we don't have that much space over here. Since the column is there, it's kind of hard to move the reception. But I guess we can move this side. So I guess one of the things that we need to keep in mind is just try to use what you already have. So in other words, since you already have like the prototype, you already have the prototype with you. You know, try to use the same thing that you have already on the prototype, and then just try to adjust it. Trying to do is have a good entrance point here for both. So we got 3 foot 3. It looks a little bit narrow there. Rather have this one. This side is 3 foot 8. So I guess. I'm gonna align this entrance with this upper right here. See, the prototype I already had all this handicap spaces, so we wanna honor that, or we want to kind of keep all of that same way that it was before. So since this is too close to here, I think it's good if we move this one maybe 12 inches away. Now that looks better, since you're gonna have now about 4'3" apart. I think that should work there. So now we can have like a big office in the back, a big work area in the back. So now with I think this one looks good. So what I'm designing, I kind of zoom out so I can see, the flow, how is it gonna work. So I like it. I kind of see myself walking in here, having all this open space. If I'm a Homewood Suite customer, I can buy whatever I need to buy from this guy. Or if I'm a Hilton Gardening customer, I can buy anything from this guy, or just sign in whatever. So I think this is gonna work. We do have a gateway that goes to the back, the outside, and I think it's pretty good. It's not too close, so it's fine. If the receptionist needs to go to the back, they can go through here. If this guy needs to go to the back, they can go through here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put, let me see how these guys had it. So they were just gonna, okay, so they went to the back. There wasn't a work area already there. So this guy's gonna go to the back, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this right here. So you wanna have a wall in here, or like what do you call it? Like a wall that a wall here. So whenever they open this door, you don't see in the back, or like you don't see what's going on in the back. So a screen, there you go. You want to have like a screen wall here, so they don't see it. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put like a counter right here, a big counter. I'm gonna leave about 5 feet so they can walk comfortably there. And especially if they have like a wheelchair or something like that, they can walk straight through there. So have a counter there. Let me fix these walls right here. So all these walls, they're just gonna get closed up. Out. So before, like I said, they had all these offices all together, or I guess separate. I think the architect wants he wants that area to be open. Want that area to be open. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm still gonna have maybe like one, two, three, maybe like three offices. That way, like the general manager or the assistant manager, whatever, they all have their own office. But I'm gonna have everything open in there, so they can just have like kind of a work area and like cubbies or just desk where they can buy themselves and just put them in there. I'm gonna have four offices. I think that should be enough. Yeah, once the architect sees this design, he'll decide if he wants more or not. So all right, I think I got it. So I'm trying to leave all the columns or I'm leaving all the columns where they were. So now, let's see this guy. So now you can have like, I guess I'm gonna put a big counter right here. So if people need to work there, they can work in this area. So see, the way they had it before, it was just this small area. The computer on the homewood, and yeah, so it's just a very small area that they have. I still need the computer tel and all that stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get, I think I'm gonna, let me see, I'm gonna get the same setup that was there before, because I think that was already designed by the engineer, the MAP engineer or something. We do need a copier. I think this is a copier right here. Look, this one fits perfectly in this space. I think we need another counter over here just to put like the papers and stuff. And maybe another counter over here. Can have more desks, but now, or more stations, but now it's all open, so they all can communicate with each other. there, and it's an open space, that way they can walk freely there. Maybe we need another printer on the other side, or for the Homewood Suite, I mean the Hilton Garden area. And since there's a space here, I think it'll be fine if we put a big counter all the way to this column. So basically, when you start designing, you want to kind of put yourself inside of that room and see what is it that you need to do. Like, if you're, let's say you're printing something, is it good to have this printer alone by itself, or do you need space for it? Like, do you need like counter next to it? You always need a counter next to it, because if you're printing papers or whatever, you can just lay them down there. But I know we have all this empty space here. Sometimes it's just better to make an empty space rather than just fill it up with counters and stuff. Like, I think that this one will work perfectly. So we have the printer right here, we have the counter right there. On this side we have the printer right here, we have the counter right here, so they can put papers or whatever. I think that'll be fine right there. We have all this open space so they can walk around or whatever they need. We have the offices. They might come back and say, you know what, give me 2 more offices in here or something, which is fine, we got space. But I think the architect wanted it to be more open. So once again, you come in through here, you check in, and you can go back to wherever you need to go. But if you're the receptionist, you can go back to your office and, you know, check whatever you need to check and go back. Or if you're in the Hilton Garden inside, you can just go through this side and the same thing. So I think this works out perfectly. So once again, try to use whatever tools you have, or in other words, like, don't reinvent the wheel. So if the prototype gives you an idea, use that idea. Just try to make it work for your plan. So what I did, like I said, once again, what I did here, all this is prototype right here. The sweet shop, the receptionist, this I think this is business center. This is here. I just adjusted it and rotated it so I'm able to have these 2 receptions next to each other. Now I know they have the business here on the old plan. They had this business here, but they don't like that. I don't think they do. But you know how on this side you have this entrance, and you can see very clearly, like if you're standing right here, you can see very clearly that there's an exit towards the back, which is perfect. But in this side, you don't see it clearly. You cannot see that you have the business center on this side, which is kind of if you're looking towards the outside, you might be like, where's the door towards the outside? So what I need to do, I'm gonna have to move this gateway that goes to the outside, move it closer to this side, so this guy's, when you're standing right there, you can see directly towards the outside, or at least you can see a door that goes towards the outside. Don't forget to save every so often, because sometimes the plans, they just sometimes the program, it just closes or whatever. So don't forget to save. Now, like I said, this is a business center that the prototype had, and this business center, it was a customer, but they don't like that because the gateway is all the way over here with the exit. So they kind of want me to rework all that area. So what I need to do, since I already have the business center on the Homewood, I mean Hilton Garden Inn, I need to check how the Homewood Suite had the business center. So let's open up the prototype for the Homewood Suites and see what they had in there. So when you're designing hotels, it's kind of easier in a way because they give you a prototype to follow. Of course, every hotel is different, and might have to adjust it, but they give you a lot of things that you can use. So here, what they do, they have the front desk, they have the work area, they have the suite shop, they have the business center, kind of far away from the desk, which it's fine. This is a prototype. So what we need to do, so I guess before I do that, I still need to put the phone comm here before I forget. We got all this space here. I think that this should work fine. So we want about 10 feet in between the two desks or so, in order to have good walking space. So we got 11.6. I think that should be perfect. So let's see, that's a 24-inch desk here. Then we can put the wall on the back. And we can put the door. Okay, I guess let's start setting up all this stuff right here, which this was already there. Let's see how it fits over here. I think it fits fine. We might have to, once we start detailing, we need to go back to the prototype and check all those dimensions. like I said, once we start getting going to the details, all these boxes, this all these phone connections, stuff like that, they have their dimensions, which the prototype shows you there. But I think that they should be enough. I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna locate them there, just so I can show it to the architect and see if he likes it, if he likes this space here, which I think he will. And in this case, you don't need two doors, you just need one door. And you know what? Since the entrance or the exit or entrance to this room is over here or over here, I think it is better if I put the door closer to the entrance. So, which there's no problem. All we need to do is just flip this thing over. And that should be just fine. So that's one of the things you're gonna have to keep in mind. Like, always try to have the exit of whatever room closer to an entrance, closer to an exit, especially if it's like a service room like this one that is a service room. You know, the guys that are gonna come and fix the stuff on the internet and stuff, they don't want to go search for a door that is hidden somewhere, so they want it to be close to that area. So I think that's fine. The architect might come back and say move these offices over here and move the phone communication room over here, just flip them. I think he might say that. And the only reason I'm thinking he might change it is because he might want to have the offices closer to the people, which that makes sense too. So now the door will be farther away, but it makes more sense to have the offices closer to the people. But I think I'm gonna leave him like that and see what he says. And the only reason why is because you have a window in here and kind of like this guy's to look outside. So let's see what happens there. For now, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. So we need to rework this area. We got the business center over there. I don't think we need one over here, so we'll put that up there. So we do need a patio, I guess. We have those columns there we can move. If I need it, I can make this office area space bigger right here. It's in order to enclose this area, but see, I think what they had before. Let's see what they had before. So okay, so they had this patio was for the people. So in our case, we don't want this patio to go inside the offices for sure. So we just need to mirror it. If we mirror it, what's gonna happen? I need this gateway or this what you call it, exit. I need it to be closer to the X, or not closer, but visible from this way. So if I mirror it, what happens? I think that should work. The only thing I need to do is move this thing over here and just make the office bigger. We can put a storage there or something. I think that should work. So see, I didn't draw this plan originally, so I don't know why they put this patio as a block as an X reference. It doesn't make sense to put it as an X reference, so I just brought it inside. So right now I'm working, I'm designing or working for this architect on this hotel that they had already started, and they need some changes. The hotels haven't been constructed yet, so they're making some changes on it, and I'm just helping them out to see with these changes, which I think it should work. So now we have a patio next to the fitness. I think that's perfect. Like, we got all this space right here, which we don't need. We do need an exit. So what I'm thinking, I want to keep the patio, but if I put the entrance there, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna eliminate the patio. No, I don't. I need the patio there. So what I'm thinking, I got all this space there, but I'm not gonna use. So. What if we have the exit? What if we have the exit right here? So remember, we have these columns that I don't want to move. I want to keep those columns. That way the structure engineer doesn't have to move their stuff. I mean, there might be some columns that I mean, I have to move I have to move like no matter what, but at least he doesn't move too much of the column. So I think that this should work if I see you're standing right here. You can see the door that goes out. I think that should work. And you know what? We don't need all this space, so I'm gonna give it to a patio. So what am I gonna do here? I wanna keep these windows there. I wanna make this foyer, or they call it a gateway. um, I'm gonna make, I'm gonna, in order to keep this patio there, they gonna have to come to the side of that vestibule gateway. They call it gateway, which is fine. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Now, what I need to do is let's see how that looks right there. Let's see how that looks right there. We have a door right here. Let's see how that looks right there. So this hidden lines that are next to the door, those are handicap spaces that you need. It's good to have them. That way, you know that like if you need to put a wall in there next to it, you know that not to touch that space, and you already have it in there. So, what am I gonna do here? Okay. So I think it's working out fine the way it is there. So I have an exit from this room, from the employee's room towards here, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a wall right there. So this is outside already. These guys can look outside. It's fine. It's not gonna hurt them. But instead of going straight like this guy, going straight out, you're gonna go in to the vestibule and then turn to your left, and then go outside, which is that is still covered. I think that would work fine, just the way it is. So once again, I zoom out, and what I'm gonna do, I stand right here, and I see an exit towards the back. I can go back and check out whatever's outside or whatever I need to do. If I need to go to the patio, I can go through this side or through here, which is fine. This is outside. These are windows, so you can look outside, which you're not gonna see anything. Just gonna see that door, but I mean, we can eliminate that window. We don't want, I guess we don't want people to be looking towards the inside of people working, right? So I think that's fine. Eliminate that window. Now here we got this space. We don't need this space. This is just wasted area where we can give it to the patio. And since we already have all these windows here, what we can do, we just can put them all on this side. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to use everything that I already had. Remember, this this project that I'm working on was already designed by somebody else, by an architect. But then I'm helping them out, making some changes. So I'm trying to keep whatever they had already, because once we do the window and door schedule, But at least we have something there. um, as you can see, I took out some of the doors or windows here, which is fine. um, but I'm trying to keep as much as I can. That way I don't have to reinvent all the designs and stuff. Like here, of course, um, we got all this space, so I think it's better if we just center. Since we redesigned this area, it's better if we center this here. Now, one of the things we need to look at is on the exterior elevations and see if those windows need to be aligned with something above, which I don't think so, but I'll look at that later. I think that column was already there, so I'm just gonna keep those columns there. And it's, well, yeah, those columns are aligned with the wall, so why not put this wall aligned with that column or with the other wall? That way we don't have to change a lot of stuff and everything looks clean and aligned. And we can still leave this outside column, and makes the door look better with those columns. So now we have that wall straight, all the way straight. That would be perfect. So I think I got that right there. I got the business. I got the patio, a bigger patio. Move this door, this seats over here. There. So the interior designer is going to come and put all those furniture. I'm just putting there just so they know that we can put some more tables and stuff like that. I think that'll be fine. So we don't need none of this stuff. This was prototype. But we do need so we got a business center for this guy, but we need a business center for this guys over here. And if we look at the prototype again for the Homewood Suites, the business center is kind of closed out. It's bigger than the Hilton Garden Inn business center. So let's check that out. Let's open up the AutoCAD for the prototype of the Homewood Suites, and prototype Homewood Suites, and get that out from there. What sheet was that? Let's see. 102. 102. So now with this coronavirus, the COVID-19, working from home, but good thing I have my computer and stuff at home. We can still be working here. So if you need help with a hotel, let me know. Give me a call. The number is 956-246-6878. or you can email me to my email, fid by omar at gmail.com. I draft and design for a lot of architects, mainly hotels. Uh, I have been doing business for over 20 years, working for different architects. I also do a lot of residential for myself, like for clients. I'll put some more videos when I'm doing some those residentials. But if you're looking for a drafter designer as a contract, I know like right now that it's COVID, I know that a lot of businesses they need to close and stuff, and you know a good thing with contractors with hiring um, drafters as me as a contractor and not as an employee is very good, because then you can, if there's no work, but you don't have to pay me. And as an employee, I mean, you always have to give pay, or lay off or whatever. But in my case, I'm a subcontract. I can do a lot of subcontractor work, subcontract work for a lot of architects, and it works out perfectly because they don't have to pay me if there's the work. I mean, they just pay me for whatever I need to work on, and it has been working out very good. So if you need drafting consultants, give me a call or send me an email, send me an inbox, whatever, and I'll help you out on that. We do all from scratch, like well, what I meant to say is that we can do the building. It's better for us if we do the drawing like from beginning. It's easier and everything because we have our layers and stuff like that if we do it from the beginning. But I mean, if you have a project that you already started, then I mean, we can work on that too. There's no problem.